there's a rolling. Let's say hello if you're here. I don't know. I can't even see the chat. Facebook did like a new thing where stuff, and I can't even. Oh, there we are. Now we're live. Okay. Comment moderation. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think I can see the comments. Anyway, good morning. It's Jessica Magoch here to bring you some Monday morning motivation. And today I wanted to share with you my secret sauce for starting out my morning to boost creativity and problem solving, especially now when you're going to come up against a lot of challenges in your business and your personal life. It's important to make sure that you have your creative juices flowing so that you can make really good decisions. So my secret to boosting creativity is meditating every day for 10 minutes. Now, before you say meditation's not for me, I tried that, it doesn't work. If you're one of those people whose brain keeps going and going and going, that internal monologue doesn't stop, especially when you try to stop it, then this is the exact thing that you need, because being able to control that inner monologue and that inner critic is going to be essential to creative problem solving and opening up your intuition. So you guys might not know that I have a background as a Kundalini yoga and meditation teacher before I got into sales. And so I've always brought that into my sales training, and all, universal principles of success and how people work and how our brains work and controlling our own brains. So my hair is like all crazy because it's curly. No, this is quarantine. The other thing that you might not know about me is that I'm also an award-winning jazz musician. So I write lots of music, and I'm constantly being forced to be creative. And so I bring all that into my sales coaching because creativity in sales is essential. So I want to teach you how I'm so creative in sales, not just to solve my own problems in my business, but to help my clients solve their sales problems. Needs a lot of creativity, and you're going to need to be creative with your clients as well. And you're going to need to be creative on the spot. And that's the beauty of sales, right? Like it happens in the moment as it develops and unfolds. And so to be on your game as far as having your creative power unleashed is really important. So here's what I do to meditate every morning. Here's a couple things that it will help you accomplish. You'll be able to tap into your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is where the answers lie. All the answers you need are inside of you. Now, if you don't believe that, I will need to have a conversation with you to prove to you that everything you need to know, you actually know. You just need to be able to tap into it. So this is going to help you tap into your subconscious or your intuition to get the answers that you need when you need them in the moment. Okay. And then you'll also be able to quiet that inner critic, because when your mind is moving and you're in a fear-based place, it's the decisions that you make out of fear are going to be actually end up limiting you down the road. And so there's a difference between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So if you've heard about it before, the sympathetic nervous system is that fight or flight response. There's something happens, we have to, we're in danger. And even if it's danger is like losing money, it's life or death to us, right? So we have this response that our life is in danger, and we make a decision based on that. Now, those are usually not the best business decisions because we're not thinking about the long-term play, the long-term strategy, right? So we do what my dad always said was, he called it jumping over the quarters to get to the nickels. Right? So you make really short-term limiting decisions for your business. So rather than be in the sympathetic nervous system, you want to move into the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that calm state that you are most open to creativity. You want to make decisions from that state. We actually have an addiction in our culture for invoking the parasympathetic nervous system because we don't get chased by cheetahs on a daily basis. So we look for movies and entertainment and TV to make us feel like we're getting chased by a cheetah. So it's actually can be addictive to have that adrenaline response, but you're not going to make good decisions in that state. So you want to get yourself into your parasympathetic nervous system so you can be calm and relaxed and make decisions that are going to help you long term, and it'll boost your creativity to come up with ideas that you did not have access to before. So you will not have access to creative solutions and ideas when you're in a fear-based place and when you're operating from the sympathetic nervous system. So those are all reasons why you really want to try this out. And when I say try, I mean give it a good 30 days. Don't try it once and then drop it. Because you will see results very quickly, and you will see that answers and ideas come to you that you didn't have access to before. So I'm going to take you step by step through how I meditate. Everyone's got their own little thing and spin, but the real purpose of meditation is quieting the mind. And if you have, like I said in the beginning, if you've got a chatter brain for a mind, then this is especially important for you to practice, because once you clear out that clutter and that conversation, then you are opened up to so much like creativity inside of there. So I really encourage you, if you're one of those people like, I tried meditation, it doesn't work, I can't get my mind to stop, then you really, that's a sign that you really need to lean into this, okay? So what I do is, and my recommendation is, you want to meditate first thing in the morning. Like as soon as you wake up, you go to the bathroom and then you meditate, because the longer you go into the day, the harder it is to quiet your mind. You're in this like half dream state, half awake state. So you want to do it first thing in the morning. Like literally my routine is I get up, I go to the bathroom, I go downstairs, I start making my tea, and I set my alarm for 10 minutes to do my meditation. And so I use my phone. I just go, hey, set a timer for 10 minutes. This way I don't have to think about how much time has passed. Am I done yet or what? Then I sit in a chair. I sit in a really comfortable chair. You can sit on the floor. You can sit in a chair, but don't lay down. It's you'll have a better effect if you're sitting and your spine is straight. That's the idea. So whether you're sitting straight on the floor in cross-legged position or you're sitting straight up in a chair, you really want to have a straight line from the back of your head all the way down to your tailbone. And the reason for that is because there's actually energy channels that go up your spine that you want to have in a vertical position instead of horizontal. Now, I could get deeper into that with you with energy stuff. But if you think about it in terms of glands, right? Scientifically, physiologically, your glands control your whole body. And so you want to stimulate those. So anyway, sit straight up, take my word on it for now. And then the first thing you want to do is tune in. So this kind of like trains your body and your mind that when you hear these words, you're going to start like, this is time to meditate. And you'll be able to lock into that meditative state faster because you're training your body to respond to these clues or cues. And so my tune in is from my Kundalini practice. It's Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Now, I don't want to like freak you out if you've never, it's just another language. It's not some like voodoo stuff, but I specifically say that because Om is like Om, but it's ONG. And what that represents, if you only say one word, just choose that one, because it represents the sound of the universe, the vibration of the universe. If you've ever, read the Bible, it's the first part is in the beginning, there was the word. And the word is that vibration that creates, right? The word actually creates things. The word created this whole universe, okay? So theoretically, or whether that actual happened, that's up to you to decide. But the concept is that a vibration can actually create things. So that's the first step in creativity. Creating is to have this vibration. So you could say, Om. You could do that 3 times. I go, Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. And what that means is I'm tuning in to the universe, to the vibration of the universe, and the guru within me. So guru, actually, people think it means teacher, like someone who's really expert at what they do. But the actual meaning of guru is the teacher within you. So the guru is inside of you. So you're basically saying, like, I'm accessing the teacher within. It's the teacher within you. And, you know, I know as a sales coach, I'm never actually teaching people. I'm drawing out what they already know. And so that's why we always just asking questions. Okay, so once you've tuned in, then I do another chant, which is Ad Gredame, Jugad Gredame, Sat Gredame, Siddhi Gurudev Enname. And that is actually a protective chant, okay? If you want those, I can send you those. But for now, just say something like Om or Om, but say it out loud, okay? And then you want to take a deep breath, as deep as you can, and hold it in for a couple seconds. Now, I'm not talking about like hold it in to pass out, but just hold it in. And then while I'm holding it in, it's like I close my eyes, but I cross them in between. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at this spot between my 2 eyebrows. And what that is your pituitary gland. So your pituitary gland is your master gland. And that means it's called the master gland because it controls all the other glands. And the yogis believe that the pituitary gland is also the center where your intuition is activated, okay? So and when you cross your eyes and you put your attention on that spot, it kind of makes it vibrate in a way. So you're actually stimulating the pituitary gland when you do that. So all of these things help me have a great meditation. Like I said, I'm sharing exactly what I do, and everyone does it differently. So, and then I hold my breath and I just focus my eyes in on that spot, and I'm going to keep my eyes closed and focused inward on that spot for my entire meditation. And then I'll exhale once I'm settled, and I'll put my hands into a mudra. Mudra is hand position. Usually the mudra I use is just my hands resting on my knees like that in an open position. If you close that actually creates an energy circle. I'll give you a lot of like deep Kundalini stuff, but just do what's comfortable for now, like just resting your hands on your lap. Choose to have your palms open rather than closed, because it'll help with things moving through. And if you want to close that circuit with the finger and the thumb, it's actually quite comfortable once you start doing it. Or there's like some other ones you could do like a prayer that's going to stimulate your heart center. And then there's all other ones. You could just put your hands in your lap like that too. I like that one. That's actually a really comforting one because it's right in front of your belly. So mudra, again, just means hands position. Again, if you're just starting out, like don't worry about getting it just right. But you guys if you've heard of reflexology, right? How different points on your feet have different activations within your body. And if you've ever got it done, you know, like it really works, right? So just like there's different points on your feet that will activate different parts of your body, there are points on your hands and points on your tongue and in the roof of your mouth. So the reason why they teach mudras is because it activates. So actually each finger actually activates different parts of your different glands, what they call chakras. Chakra is just another word for gland, is the modern scientific term for it. So you can activate different chakras. And the reason why you would chant out loud or say a mantra is for the same reasons. You're tapping different parts of the roof of your mouth, which actually acts almost like a piano. In the roof of your mouth, you're actually activating different parts of your brain. And so if you've ever felt like after you've talked for a long time, you just felt really good, even if you didn't say anything particular, talking actually starts tapping and you feel better. Okay, so that's how I get started. Now, the next part you could imagine is just sitting and quieting your mind. So, and I do this for 10 minutes, and you're going to have thoughts are going to come and thoughts are going to go. And that is totally normal. Like, you're not going to sit down the first time and have a clear mind. So just let that expectation go. This isn't a contest. No one's going to give you a medal. All the rewards are yours to keep, and it's yours to privately reward and know that you invested the time in your brain to get it working. But thoughts will come. But what I want you to do is just let them go, kind of like an ocean wave comes in and it goes out, comes in and it goes out. Avoid letting yourself get attached to any of those thoughts. So what will happen is your mind will start to freak out, or your ego rather will start to freak out a little bit that there's nothing going on in your mind. And it will try to hold on to these thoughts and go deeper and start thinking about them. And one thing leads to another. And all of a sudden the meditation's over and you're like, that wasn't valuable. I just thought of random stuff the whole time. So let the thoughts come, but then just consciously let them go and refocus on that point between your eyebrows so that you can stay focused. Take deep breaths will help you stay focused as well. But once you've done the initial tune in, you just want to let the breath go. You don't have to think about your breath at all. Just let yourself have a natural breath. Thoughts will come, thoughts will go. Over time, you will get longer and longer periods of silence in your brain. It's actually like an exercise, like training exercise for your brain. You've got to do it over time. So I would say 28 or 42 days minimum to see some kind of initial effect, but just 10 minutes a day. And then once you feel like you have a quiet mind, you can ask yourself a question. So this is like my secret, when I need an answer to a question for myself, for a client, personal, business, I wait until my mind is completely clear, and then I ask the question. And most times I get an answer, and it's kind of strange. Like, it's from me. It's not some ghost or something telling me the answer. But in that total state of calm and creativity, there will be answers that you never had access to before. And oftentimes it'll be just a yes or no question, but the yes or no feeling that you get after you ask that question will be so strong that you'll know it's the right decision. So that's what you do. And then when my little alarm goes off, my chime goes off, I tune in again and I do another chant to end the session. Again, you can just end on ohms at the end if you want, 3 ohms. I do sat nams. Sat is truth, nam is name or identity. So I remind myself that I am truth, I am identity. I am truth. Truth is my name. And so I go sat nam, sat nam, sat. I roll my hands like this to activate all the nerve endings in my hand. Breathe in and exhale. And then my meditation's done for the day. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. I know I told you the whole thing and I threw in a lot of extra stuff, but I like to geek out about that meditation and science and the technology of Kundalini and the science that, the physiological science that goes with it and how it's not really all that strange. But at the end of the day, whether or not you understand why it works or not, just by doing it, you will start getting results. In simplest terms, every day, first thing in the morning, quiet your mind. It will open yourself up to creativity and answers and problem solving that you never thought imaginable. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye.